Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your August reading. So, already in August. Alright, the first three cards are what Spirit wants to talk about. So, the first card, it's two cards. I have two major arcanas, the Temperance and the Emperor that came out together. So, this is like the divine masculine, kings of all the kings, swords, cups, pentacle, and wands. That's mastering our environment, mastering our willpower, mastering our emotions on every level, with temperance, with the healing. So you could be dealing with an emperor, that there's healing that is going to be happening with this man, or this could be your masculine side. We'll see. It's going to resonate differently for all of you. The second cards that came out together also, I have the Ace of Pentacles and the Five of Wands. So there's that brand new project, something that you can touch and feel. It can be a commitment, it can be all sorts of things, a job, whatever. But there's conflict around it. There's different people that want it, maybe competition or something like that. And then after, I have the Seven of Cups. So that is mental projections with an emotional charge behind it. So maybe this pentacle that comes in, that puts you in your head, start making you imagine all sorts of possibilities. But we'll see when we clarify how this translates in your month. The first one is the Wheel of Fortune. So that is the wheel of life, the wheel of Torah, the will of God, that turns when there is an understanding of something, when there is a rise of consciousness. So, Wheel of Fortune. Then after, I have the Star that came out with Strength and the Five of Swords. That is an energy of Five of Wands, Five of Swords. And the Tree of Life, this is Geburah in the Five. And it's when we learn through adversities, not adversaries. Well, there are adversaries and adversities. But, so this is when we feel that people strategized, or that maybe we feel cheated, or the conflicts and things like that are happening to us, surrounding when we receive something, or when we want to plant a seed. And here with Strength and the Star, it's a true mastery, and maybe that's why the Emperor is there. It's a mastery of these unconscious beliefs that are in our ego, and here realigning with our stars, being vulnerable and having faith that we will receive. So you see how contradictory that can be with the fives. So I think it's the mastery of that through Strength and the Star, which is what is the Wheel of Fortune is asking you to master, so you can level up. After that, I have the King of Wands. There you go. So the King of Wands is a masculine side here. Maybe you were dealing with an Aries, but if you're not dealing with anybody like that, I'm saying that because of the Emperor here, it can be the part of you that is the masculine part that goes on there and gets what they want. Either you have it within you, or you're dealing with it outside of you, as within as without. How you deal with it is how you can embody it. We only attract what we resonate inside. That's why whether you're dealing with a fire sign or an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or that it is your masculine side here, your will of how you solar plexus, get yourself out there in your actions to go get what you want, there it is. And after that, I have an Ace of Wands. So that vibration of going to get what I want actually brings an Ace of Wands. And then after, I have the Queen of Wands. So there's a divine couple, a balancing of the masculine and the feminine. That Ace of Wands is sandwiched between the two, of what we want to attract and what we want to go get. And that is changed because you changed how you attract things in your life, by not maybe thinking that there's trickery in it or competition or something wrong with it. You're mastering your willpower with the strength and your faith and alignment in the universe, in that the universe wants to give you beautiful, wants to fulfill you. There's kind of that understanding here. And after that, see, I have building and the world. So that's the lesson. The lesson and the capacity to build something solid. So you see, we start with that Ace of Wands that is filled with conflict. We understand and master something, and then we are able to build with others there. And for some of you, that can be a job that will take you outside of the world, on another planet. No, but I mean, maybe in another country or something like that, that will expand your world, or that can significate the end of that cycle that you had before. And here with the world, we have bottom of the deck, the Fool. So it's really an end and a leap of faith into something else, probably grabbing that Ace of Wands. So let's clarify for Scorpios. Scorpios. Call upon Spirit. I call upon the Divine. I call upon my guides. I call upon the light. Help me clarify this reading for Scorpios. August. Scorpios. August. All right. Okay, so what has been tempered? Temperance and the Emperor, this is really life experience, because tempering is preparing. It's the alchemy of life. When we heat substance, we distill it and to bring it to its purest level. When we temper metal, we hit on it, we heat it, we pour it in water, and then it becomes a sharp metal. So it's a representation of life, of experiencing life, and that this is how things are prepared by the Divine. And the Emperor is the action man. Here I have the Two of Pentacles. So see, you're receiving that pentacle and there's all conflict around it. This is juggling, of course. But this is the dance of life. When we receive an opportunity and we have what we already have and we are trying to balance them, but if we are not completely aligned and in control, we can lose foot. Our emotions go up and down, and that's when conflict and things like that can come up. And these ships have a hard time coming in because you cannot come to shore when there's waves like this. And the dance of life of Shiva is being centered. This is Jupiter in Capricorn. Jupiter that gives you abundance, wants to give you, and Capricorn that wants you to funnel it into one thing straight, Saturn lesson kind of thing, you know. You have to pay your taxes and you have to work in the salt mine kind of thing. So it's being able to manage those two realities. One that is very the reality of our 3D world, taxes and things like that, working paycheck, and the other one that is Jupiter, abundance in all the magical world, Midas touch that it is. So that is the experience of life, mastering that that you are going to go through in the month of August. So show me that Ace of Pentacle there that is coming from the heavens. Oh, okay, so it's gonna come pretty fast. I have the Knight of Wands and I have the Judgment card. So maybe that is something that is coming back on the table. And when Ace comes with Judgment, it can also talk that there is going to be a judgment on that offer coming in, that it is going to be transformative, that it is going to be something that gives us aha moment and enlightenment. It's coming very fast, it's passionate, it's like an offer being brought in, but there's conflict around it. Maybe that's why. And see, we have the Wheel of Fortune again. It is something that would change the conditions of your life. Gonna have to put a judgment on that. Emperor. Gonna have to take control of it. So what is in those Seven of Cups? Why is the Seven of Cups here? This is a call for mastery. To grab that and make that judgment. Queen of Swords. To see clearly the opportunity that is presented in front of us. Because the Queen of Swords, she sees clearly what is coming in front. She's welcoming, but she sees clearly. So instead of being in our head with all of that, you know, imagination with an emotional charge in it, imagining success as well as hell, she sees it from the wisdom of her past experiences and is holding the sword of truth in front of her, not to let pass anything that would not be for the best of her. Wheel of Fortune. Why is the Wheel of Fortune there? Oh, okay. So here we have Six of Cups. The past. Moon. Things that are hidden. There's our Five of Swords. Our Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords. So these are two energies. It's like having to be very... That project is going to come with a lot of conflict, and it's going to come in a way of a strategy there. You don't have all the information. You need to really see it clearly to make sure that this is not something that would be trickery. And it could be something that comes from the past. But by mastering that, you will change the events of your life. Show me here. Why is... Okay. Page of Page of Sword. I was asking why, see that communication, that offer might be like at first a secret offer. Don't tell anybody, but this would be there for you. There's competition. There's this trickery, or you hear about it. Some Machiavellic thing happening around it. You know, manipulation maybe, or something like that. You hear about it. Somebody's communicating this to you. Why is Strength there? Okay, so here we have Temperance again. So you're gonna use your past experiences there, overcome maybe your unconscious part, or your the part of you that would just react, and speak from your higher self about this. Here I have Nine of Pentacles, because you know your value, what you've built until now, and your worth. And here taking that Ace of Pentacles that came down from the sky, and this is grabbing it and walking with it. And here I have the King of Swords. So you're gonna have to be very strategic, very chess player about this, and knowing your value, knowing your worth. You have the King and the Queen of Swords, the King and the Queen of Wands. This is something that is in accordance what you want, what your will wants to have. It's an opportunity that is coming, but that is asking you to have your eyes wide open about it, and not to be overwhelmed by the thing, to really see clearly what is happening there. King of Wands. Okay, we have the Six of Swords. Going into when you're gonna take mastery of your willpower there, with, you know, like the Emperor there, this is gonna calm things. Six of Swords. You're bringing your experiences. You're moving from the Five of Swords into the Six of Swords, moving to calmer waters. You will not be like this anymore. Ace of Wands. What is that Ace of Wands now? It is the calm also from when we see clearly the whole picture of it, and we can grasp our things, our wisdom, our thoughts into one direction. Whoops, that is too much. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. Ace of Cups. That Ace of Wands is going to come with from someone that cares for you. It has a possibility of fulfilling you emotionally also. Queen of Wands. There's the Tower. There's the Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. So I think what was crooked will crumble, and it will be brought with the energy of the equal give and take. Maybe what was offered, look at the fine printing, you know. There was something not more to the advantage of the other one than yours. And you will inquire, you will be very mental about it, and what you want, and knowing what you deserve. And this is what is going to bring back the balance and the forwardness of that opportunity there. From the page to the knight, the tower is gonna come down. What was crooked in there is going to be seen and come down, and that's why there's so many emperors here. Because it's like taking control and saying, "Oh, this does not pass." And the Queen of Swords, she sees clearly through the Seven of Cups, like, whoa, what is this? Is this won't fall through the illusion of what is presented at first page, you know, like trip of a lifetime. And then you find out that you're going some awful place. She sees clearly what is through the illusions. You're taking control. It's something that is coming back from the past. And you're going to use your faith and your strength to master this in a very mental matter, because you know your value. And this is what is going to open up the doors for you into building. See here, a tower crumbles. What was false will crumble, but here we're rebuilding one strongly with equal give and take, in the sense I stopped shuffling on that Ace of Pentacle. Equal give and take, where everybody gives a part. This is co-working with others in a good way. Yeah, this is what is, this can be for work, for all sorts of things. And see, it's bringing you emotional satisfaction. Emotional satisfaction. Ace of Cups. Perfect. Perfect. So this can be in many ways. It can be with dealing with someone that we feel there's something, they're not telling us everything and all of that. It can be with a partner, it can be with a boss, it can be with a project that is presented to us. But you're going to master it by looking at the fine printing, being very swordy in your mind about it. Very, you're not going emotional on it at all. You're going to be very clear-headed about it and mastering it. And this is going to close a cycle, open up the world for you, and change your conditions, bringing you a brand new passion, something that is going to fulfill your heart. So, Scorpio, a very good month in front of you, but look at the fine print. That's going to be the title of your, because see, on top of it, you have that great new beginning. There it is. Yeah, this is beautiful. I'm going to wish you a beautiful month of August. Also, all my thanks to the ones of you that gave donations for, because I have to redo my roof this summer. Thank you so much. You know, I do a meditation every week for the ones of you, special to give you back in energy what you gave to me. And I'm gonna see you next month. In the meantime, private readings are information below. I'm gonna wish you love and light, and I'll see you next month. All right, bye bye.